Welcome to another episode of All in the Queue. Thank you for tuning in today to this episode. This episode is titled Flint, Attorney Tales. So today we're going to talk about Flint's former attorney, Attorney William Kim. Let's get into it.
Tonight, the city of Flint has announced the resignation of City Attorney William Kim. Kim started at the city of Flint as an assistant city attorney in 2015. He was appointed city attorney in April of 2022. Kim will be leaving the role on July 26. Per the Flint City Charter, Chief Deputy City Attorney Joseph Cups will become acting city attorney. The city says it will seek applications both internally and externally.
Well, that was a piece of news from the ABC News 12 in Detroit. But before the July 2nd Battle Creek meeting, Flint Beat contacted Flint officials on July 1st after receiving information that Kim was potentially leaving Flint for a job in Battle Creek. In an email response, officials said there had been no official confirmation that Kim would be leaving Flint. Bill Kim has not yet submitted his resignation or officially accepted another position, so we are not able to answer your questions at this time, stated the July 1 email from the City of Flint's Communications Director, Carrie O'Neill. I will follow up with you as soon as I can give you some answers, but nothing is confirmed or official yet. So the news piece that you saw previously was a news piece that was put out after the Flint Beat received some information that Attorney Kim could be leaving Flint. So the Flint Beat contacted the mayor's office to find out if this information was true, and they sent the email back stating that Attorney Kim hadn't turned in any type of resignation letter, so they didn't know. Then they would have to get back to them. So in this next clip coming up, you're going to see Attorney Kim in a Flint Council meeting on June 10th, 2024. So I'm showing you this clip just to preface a clip that we're going to show after this one, where there is a nationally known Chicago advocate by the name of Jedediah Brown that comes to this June 10th meeting. So let's begin to watch.
At the discretion of the chair.
That's not exactly what you said.
Shit, Sheldon got in enough trouble today. They got to straighten up. Ridgeway said, "Get y'all shit together." Ridgeway said, "Get y'all shit together."
I'm going to pause it here to help you kind of understand what's going on in this clip, because it is just a small clip and portion of the Flint Council meeting. You may need to understand why. The clip is from June 10th, 2024, so you can go to the Flint City Council page, YouTube page, and go to this clip dated 6/10/2024 and find this clip. At this time, the president of the council, who is Liddell Lewis, has made a ruling on a resident, putting a resident out or stopping a resident from speaking, and someone has objected. So they're trying to overturn her ruling. And so in this case, they defer to the attorney to make sure that they're able to do so, to overturn her ruling. And he does give them the rule or the ordinance or the Robert's Rules of Order that are supposed to be followed, and they do eventually get to overturn this, but this is what's happening. This is where Attorney Kim sits. He sits next to, I believe this is Jonathan Jarrett. And he is the council person for, I believe it is Ward 8. And so this is where he sits. And for all of my Illinois people who I know are subscribed to this channel, this is what an attorney is supposed to be doing. He is supposed to be interjecting in the meeting and making sure that ordinances and rules are being followed.
Moving forward with this section, the motion to suspend the rules to allow further public comment on the issue was the hearing that was the first ordinance that was up. It would be, which would be able to pull out that motion as a motion to suspend the rules.
She looked like one of them Siamese cats.
Chair has to determine whether a motion is in order and we do so at a time before we stand in the question.
Thank you. So with that being said, if you would like to overturn the ruling of the chair, that the chair, according to that rule, that is in order, you vote yes to overturn the rule of the chair. Was the rule of the chair was supporting the council rule? Vote no. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Right here, I want to pause and give a shout out to 810 News Media Group located in Flint. Shout out to Wentis and the maestro producer, Mickey Jordan. That was their clip. As you can hear, the commentary by Wentis, which I love. The ruling was happened to be overturned because she did not follow the rule. So Attorney Kim stepped in and did his job as the attorney. In the next clip, you're gonna see Jedediah Brown, who is a national advocate. He started out in Chicago, probably over 15, 20 years ago. He visited Flint because he was called in by a resident. And he is going to speak as part of his public comment. Also, as I stated, Attorney Kim is in this meeting. So I want you to pay close attention to what the advocate says and that Attorney Kim is in this meeting.
And I don't really have much to say because I've listened to the comments on my way, and I want to say job well done to the residents of Flint, Michigan. Obviously, you may know who I am. I am an advocate, and so basically a lot of things have come across my desk concerning what's going on with Flint. I do encourage Liddell Lewis to look up the definition of deranged, because if you say that again and you're tripping my name to it, you will be getting a defamation lawsuit from my lawyer on the record. And so outside of that, I'm here because I'm a friend to good government and I'm the worst enemy to bad government. And so one of the things that we are here for is to simply see what's going on, because the first time I was here was because we were bringing water, and then the next time I saw Flint was because we were proud of Eric Mays.
I'm going to pause it here because I'd like to highlight the fact that Mr. Brown says that he's a friend to good government and not so much a friend to bad government. I want to play that again so that you all can hear the comment that he made.
You'll be getting a defamation lawsuit from my lawyer on the record. And so outside of that, I'm here because I'm a friend to good government and I'm the worst enemy to bad government.
He says he's a friend to good government and the worst enemy to bad government. I would indeed say that's a true and correct statement. And I believe that it is this statement that possibly could have led to Attorney Kim seeking another job. because that definitely is an issue if you have bad government.
And so, one of the things that we're here for is to simply see what's going on. Because the first time I was here was because we were bringing water, and then the next time I saw Flint was because we were proud of Eric Mays. And it is such a disheartening thing to hear the residents complain about the things that they're complaining about in a town that Eric Mays comes from, because we thought you guys were on the up and up and doing better. But one of the things that really upset me is the amount of African Americans that live here, the people that are experiencing poverty. And when I see black faces mishandling black spaces, that really upsets me. And so I don't have, again, I'm not a grandstander or none of that. Now they come up here to put on no show. I'm literally here to find out. So I'm saying this to every single one of you all sitting on that council. Now we're paying attention. We've already found some lies. We've been looking at a lot of people's things that they have going on. People saying that they don't have any ties to organizations, and they actually do. People voting in a way that we're trying to determine if it is unlawful or unethical. But here it is. When you don't serve people well, they begin to speak up, and they begin to organize. They begin to find their voice and their power, and then they begin to reach out. So all I want to tell you is do right moving forward. No more bullying, no more kicking children and elderly people out. You're doing the people's business. Let's be responsible and respectful. Let's engage and do things proper, because it's a long story short. I am a small man in stature, but if we find out that Flint needs a visit, I'll make sure that we keep this and make it a national issue. Have a good day.
I just want to note here that these are things that an advocate can do for you. They can shine a light on the bad issues that are going on in your community so as to cause action. So this is the role of the national advocate, Jedediah Brown. He's there basically to help the residents get some momentum, shine a light with his platform on their problems in their city to help them move things along in the process. And this is what he was saying when he said to give them a voice so that they can be heard. Advocates, they do make a lot of connections. They know a lot of people, like their platforms are watched by a lot of people. So it's always good when you have a good advocate wanting to promote good government for the residents and backing the residents up, as does Jedediah Brown. So the next clip you're going to see a agitator by the name of Doug Matthews, allegedly.
Where you running to? Where you running to?
This is Doug Matthews. Allegedly, he's a good advocate, is what he says every time he starts his speeches, allegedly. But every time he comes to the meetings, he causes a big disruption. This is what's happening at this meeting, that the national advocate, the real advocate, Jedediah Brown, is there at the same meeting. In this meeting, Mr. Matthews allegedly blows a kiss at someone and calls someone else the N-word. It is said, allegedly, that Mr. Matthews does this at every meeting. And allegedly, people believe that he's a plant by the bad government people. And so he just goes there to kind of agitate the residents and disrupt the meetings sometimes by doing things. But as you're going to see this day, there's a national advocate in the room that stands up for the residents. And this is what his representation can do when you call on him. He's not afraid to stand up, and you need an advocate that is not afraid to stand up and use their voice. And this is what Mr. Brown does.
That's what he did.
What the fuck wrong with this man?
810 exclusive.
Members of the audience should not be harassed and followed by other members of the audience. Absolutely not.
Why does he get to do that? Why does he get to sexually harass a member of the audience?
He blew a kiss.
Feel unsafe? You would like him removed. I'm evoking my white lady privilege. I feel unsafe. I'm gonna cry.
I'm still inside my little box, y'all. Yep. And he blew a kiss at Art. Yeah. He blew a kiss at Art.
The council members would tell me that Shaq is protecting him.
I'm still inside my little box, y'all.
Who's she gonna beat up now?
Do you see him blowing kisses? He said,
He turned around and blew a kiss at me.
he blew a kiss at Art. Did he call somebody the N-word?
He was sitting back there blowing kisses.
Oh, don't be careful. That's our little public safety officer right there.
Now, this is the power of a good advocate. You come in, you tell the people that you're a friend of good government and you're an enemy to bad government. Then someone comes in and agitates the crowd. And the advocate has since charged the room and given the residents the confidence to stand up for themselves. And now they have a voice. I believe that this June 10th meeting was the first meeting they were able to successfully get Mr. Matthews removed from the meeting. Now let's get back to Attorney Kim. Now, Attorney Kim, all of this was going on at that June 10th meeting. Did you know at that time that you were going to be leaving Flint? Why didn't you let anyone know in Flint that you were going to be leaving Flint as the Flint attorney? I mean, did you hear something from the advocate that may have scared you? I mean, these are all questions that Flint residents need to be asking. Why did their attorney leave? especially after the governor was on the Breakfast Club and allegedly claimed that Flint's water is fixed. Why would the attorney be leaving if the water in Flint is fixed? Where is he going? Why is he leaving? Why is he going to Battle Creek? Battle Creek just mysteriously got their water fixed. They were helped by another advocate as well, but they did get their water fixed. So is there a reason why Attorney Kim went there? I feel like the residents need to ask more questions concerning this. Why did Attorney Kim leave after all those years? He waited so long to become the lead attorney, and now all of a sudden when the advocate comes to town, he's leaving? I don't know. Seems questionable to me. But on our next video, we're going to get into his interview at Battle Creek. This is going to be interesting. I hope you tune in for the next part of our series on Flint, Attorney Tales. In the next part, we're going to be going to his interview and hearing the questions that he was asked, and also hearing his answers. His answers were very interesting to me, so I think they're going to be interesting to you, and we're going to dissect them. All of the questions that they ask him, we're going to dissect a few of them because his answers are interesting. I want to thank you all for subscribing, tuning in, and listening to my videos. Thank you for taking time out of your day to listen and just to get informed. I hope that you take this information and you're able to make good decisions. I'll see you on the next episode of Flint, Attorney Tales.